Hi guys, this is Mr. Schultz. I'm going to walk you through how to work on coloring this worksheet. I'm actually going to break it up into 3 different videos. So there's going to be one for flat value, one for graded value, and then one for color blending. First thing, you want to get your colors ready, or colored pencils ready. So make sure you have sharpened colored pencils. And then you want a couple of extra sheets of paper to put underneath your paper so that you have some padding. I'm going to start with red up here on the flat value. So the definition of flat value says a gradual step down from dark to light. So as I color this, each one of these stripes is going to get lighter as I go across. And you can see there's kind of some markers written on here for you to help you know which ones are supposed to be which. Now when I color in the dark one, it's going to be as dark as I can get it, and the goal is to not have any of the white paper showing through the pencil as I finish it up. It may end up looking kind of shiny, and that's fine. You're just going to leave it like that, and that's okay. All right, so that's done. It's all the way dark. You might have some little flakies of colored pencil. You can just kind of get rid of those real quick. Now my next one is going to be one step down, and I'm going to have to start lighter than what I want that to finish up being. And just fill in the whole thing. Now notice how I'm turning my paper to make this more comfortable for me as I shade it in. That's absolutely fine. You can do that. And sorry, I lost my train of thought for a minute there, guys. As I'm working on this, I'm gonna have to build up my color because I'm not gonna be able to get the next step down on the first shot perfectly. So I'm gonna have to kind of layer up my color. So I'm gonna go over it again until it's just a little bit lighter than the box before. Oh, I remember what I was going to say before also. Notice how I'm staying inside the lines and coloring this neatly. That's one thing you want to work on because on your project, neatness is going to count. So if you color this messy, then you're practicing being messy, and that's likely what your project is going to look like. So color neatly when you're coloring this in. So now I'm going to go down to the next one. This should be somewhere in the middle between our very lightest light and our darkest dark. And you can see as I lighten up, you can start seeing some of the paper through the colored pencil. That's how we're getting the white mixed in, is by letting some of the paper show through. We're not actually using a white colored pencil because unless you're using dark paper, white colored pencil doesn't show up or do anything. All right. So also you should notice that there's not gaps between my pencil lines as I'm shading. I'm trying to keep everything nice and neat and even, and I'm not letting like zigzaggy lines show through my shading. So I'm going to keep working here, getting lighter. Now, if you make a mistake, let's say you color a box too dark. If you're working in these lighter areas, you might be able to use an eraser to help you lighten some things up, but you might not. So now as I'm getting to these lighter ones, I really have to concentrate on how much pressure I'm putting on that pencil because it's difficult. If you don't pay attention, it's difficult to tell the difference between the values. So now as I'm looking at this, I kind of want to go back and make this one and this one just a tad bit lighter because I think I jumped too many steps. So I'm going to go back and go over this one just a little bit. And then I'm going to go over this one, and then that'll give me enough of a difference in my steps that I can fit that light one in there. Okay, now I'm going to darken this one just a tad and kind of even this one out. And I'm really concentrating on pressing lightly so that I can keep this all nice and smooth and even. Okay, and now I'm down to this last one, barely touching the paper. Okay, and it's all done. You can see every box gets a little bit lighter as I go across. All right, so remember, keep it inside the lines. Take your time and make sure that you are keeping your lines together so that there's no zigzaggies between your pencil lines. So, and once you finish this up, go on to the graded value video. Thanks guys, have a good day, bye.